As you know, the Chinese railway company is very interested in the Singapore, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur high-speed rail project. You mentioned just now that ASEAN nations need to get our act together, right, in the light of what China has proposed, what China is very keen to invest in infrastructure. Can you elaborate what do you mean by getting our act together? Is it regulatory act, or what sort of things that ASEAN countries need to do?
If I were standing on the ASEAN side, I would say, encourage all the major countries to invest in ASEAN in terms of infrastructure and connectivity to start with. But I hope you will avoid one thing. That is, sometimes when you build infrastructure, if you have different standards, if you have different measurements, if you build one railway with narrow track, another railway with wider track, holy cow, you will get less efficiency. You need to really change tracks, change carriages, etc. So purely from the ASEAN perspective, I think one thing you may want to emphasize is to use the same standard for the infrastructure projects in ASEAN. And this will help ASEAN countries to roll out the infrastructure projects more quickly and more effectively, and also avoiding confusion. On that basis, whichever country wants to invest, open your door and welcome them enthusiastically. If China wants to invest or Japan wants to invest, if the Americans still have money to invest, if India wants to invest, Germany wants to invest, welcome them all. And on that basis, I think the beneficiary of the massive inflow of capital into ASEAN countries will be the ASEAN countries. And all the investors will benefit. But be sure to use the same standard and the measurement for your major infrastructure projects.